Hey there, this is John, and this is how I repaired my sun visor. I'm losing my voice. Anyways, it's a R129 500 SL Roadster that I have, and these sun visors are pretty crappy, you know. First, the plastic trim piece that goes here disintegrates. Mine's a 1991, but I guess a lot of them do it. And they charge an awful lot of money to get replacement parts. But anyways, so what I did is my wife decided to use this sun visor and the hinges broke. So what I did, it's hopefully just temporary, but what I did is, let's see if I can get some light in here. It's early in the morning. What I did is I repaired the hinge on both sides. Let's see. Let's try to get this thing to stay up a little bit so I can talk. Hold on. Okay, what I did is I used a old Amazon gift card or one of just any of these plastic cards, and I cut out a little U-shaped thing like that, and then I glued it. There's one right here, there's another one right here, and what I did, because the old hinges, there's like there's three plastic things that come up with a pin that goes through it. Well, they break. There's some kind of a spring mechanism which looks like this on both sides, and these are super stiff, and these are what makes this part stay up so you can see yourself in the mirror. Well, these put so much pressure on that hinge that it ends up breaking. So for now, being that we're in the middle of a pandemic and I'm not going to go spend $150 just for the mirror part, right? I made these things. I glued them down with JB Weld and let it sit 24 hours. Right? Now you have to sand with sandpaper any plastic parts here that you glue it to. The JB Weld it'll hold really good. And then what I did is I had another part that was broken. I didn't do a real good job, but I had to use this card plastic and JB welded the other part of the hinge to the mirror part and kind of shaped it and then drilled it. This one came out a little bit better. There's a pin. You can see the pin, and I just used a wire, right? And it goes through, and it is, I used a Dremel with a little tiny drill bit to re-drill the holes on these hinges. I glued it, let's see if you can see it. Right there, that wire keeps going through, and there's about an inch of it there, and it's glued with JB Weld there to hold the wire so it doesn't fall out, or it will fall out. And the wire I used, these are the old existing pins. I didn't want to use those, so what I did is I just got some irregular wire that I had it from Lowe's, like that. And then I just stuck the wire through the hinge. I decided to leave these straight, but maybe an inch worth. And I went all the way through, and with my mini drill bit on the Dremel, I was able to drill. It'll drill straight through until there's this channel that runs all the way along here. it worked out perfectly. So I have this thing here, then I got it JB welded right here and right here. Now for now, it opens and closes. It's not gonna fall out. Now, since I don't have those spring clips installed, and I'm not gonna put them in there because that's what breaks the hinge, if she wants to look at herself, she can open it and just look at herself. Okay. To keep it lashed, I'm going to see how it goes. It seems to be pretty good. I don't think it's going to flap around. If it does, then what I'll do is I'll get 2 mini magnets and maybe just glue one either somewhere here and here so that when it's closed, it's a magnetic, then it won't flop around. As far as, I haven't figured out, here's the electrical part of it for lighted mirror. I don't think I'm going to activate the lighted part. I don't like that. Such a fragile piece, and I'm not sure how it makes the contact. I'm thinking it's from this and this right here in the holder. There's electrical wire on the other part. It's on the car right now. That's how it gets its power. And then there's 1, 2, and then there's this. This part here goes like, I believe it's like either like this or the other way around. Might be this way. No, this way. Come on, get in there. And there's this part here. Okay. This goes like this. Then this is what activates it also. It's a little micro switch. On, off, on, off. What activates that is this part of the mirror right here. When it's get some light here for you. When this snaps onto here, when you lift the lid, this part right here pushes down, which in turn triggers this switch for the light to come on. That's how that works. But I'm going to take the bulbs out of this. I just I don't want to fire. I never use it. She doesn't really ride in the convertible anymore because it messes her hair up, so screw it. And plus, she's the one that broke it, so screw that. I'm just going to take the bulbs out, at least just to save a little bit of money in these horrible times that we're living in, the pandemic times. That's what I'm going to do. So this, oh, what I did also is usually when these break, I'm not real good with this camera, especially. There's no light. Hold on. Gosh, stop it. Usually, right here, there'll be on this part, there'll be a 1, 2, 3 parts of the hinge, and it'll break off halfway, so you'll have kind of like weird things like, where'd you go? You'll have things like that. I took my Dremel and I shaved everything clean here. I flattened it on both sides, and that's where I put this thing in like that. I marked the existing location with lines with a Sharpie, so I knew where to glue the new piece in. This one's a little long. You got to shave it down, but you know, it's better longer than shorter. And then test fit. You know, after 24 hours, that JB Weld it'll be on there really good. So I think that's about it. So, what else? I think that's all I need to do to, hopefully it kind of explains things a little bit, but you could save yourself some money if you're not into spending on eBay. I saw these are $150. You know, I think they're remanufactured ones, so hopefully the plastic's okay, but then you can buy used ones for like, you know, 90 bucks, but they're used. And Mercedes just had this strange plastic that gets sticky on this, on the sun visor. Just this part. This part's okay. This part's okay. It's not sticky. This part is sticky. The parts of the mirror are sticky. The trim piece that goes here was sticky and just basically falls apart. I don't know what they did. They injected too much oxygen in their plastic or did something, and it's basically weird. But I was thinking you could also take that plastic dip spray, and I was thinking of spraying this in a dark blue and encasing all this sticky plastic stuff. You know, I don't know. Anyways, it's just an idea of saving a few bucks and getting something to work without spending money. I've got to spend money on that one there rather than spend all the money on one of these things. That's a W124. I got to do a head gasket on it. Okay, this is John. I'm out. Have a good one.